glorious morning, isn't it?
Yes.
My name is Kevin O'Keefe. I am the founder of the St. Vartan Park Conservancy, which we're launching today. Thank you for being part of this. The Conservancy will basically be a love letter to this community, a community that we love. By the way, the exclamation point you see in our logo, it might look like an exclamation point. Yes, again, it is actually the shape of this park. So here's an exclamation point for today. Because of the leadership of William Castro and other people with Parks Department, this space has been opened for all. It had been locked to the general public, but with the leadership of Commissioner Castro and people like Partnerships for Parks, this is a reality. But all these people in the community showed me that the passion, because of that passion, I said we need to start a conservancy, so we did. I want Commissioner Castro to know we're here for the long run. We love the Parks Department and all that you do. And we're thrilled that you're here, and if you could say a few words, we would appreciate it.
Really, this is a labor of love, I think for all of us. Mr. O'Keefe has been such a great leader in bringing people together in a very positive way. And now we have a new group, a conservancy, that's really from the community. Here's a local community group that's really come together to really improve a local park.
Thank you, that means a lot to us. And one of the things that we are going to do is do some fundraising. We feel strongly that the city deserves at least 1% of its budget that goes towards parks. And we hope we can make up a small part of that with our fundraising, which started this morning at stvartanpark.org. Later, we will hear from PS 281, as I mentioned, and their Green Team advisor. Our next guest is Manhattan Borough President Mark Levine.
Thank you, Kevin. Thank you for stepping up and leading for this park. Thank you for having the courage, the vision, for doing the work. This is an incredible victory for you and everyone involved here. Good morning, Green Team. Hey, guys. Hey, Miss Romanzo. Did I say that right?
Yes, you did.
Excellent. 4th and 5th graders, do you guys love parks?
Yes!
Do you love this park?
Yes!
Are you going to come here a lot?
Yes!
Oh, my gosh. We can't go wrong with these young leaders behind us. Thank you so much. This is a community which is starved for open space and starved for park space by any objective measure. If you look at how many people live nearby, how many people go to school, how many kids go to school nearby, and how much open space we have here, it's not enough. And so that makes every inch of green space precious. And it was such an outrage to have this area blocked off. This is a real win, clawing back this beautiful, beautiful garden. And it's going to change the neighborhood. I really believe that when you open up green space, it changes the community. And so this is the beginning of something new for the neighborhood. It's going to take work. Maintaining green space, managing green space is not easy. It's going to take resources, it's going to take money, it's going to take volunteer efforts, it's going to take programming, and to have a conservancy helping with that is huge. It's absolutely huge. And I'm so grateful to all of you who have stepped up. I hope you will give now. What's the website? stvartanspark.org. Green Team, can you say that with me now? stvartanspark.org. Go there and give to support this amazing new conservancy. Let's make this the beginning of reclaiming park space throughout this community. Congressmember Carolyn Maloney, right on cue.
There's nothing I'd rather do than join my neighbors and my leaders in the community for opening up more green space for children, for families, for mental health, for the physical well-being of all of us. And now we gather to celebrate the opening of St. Vartan Park's garden by use for the general public for the first time in decades, and that is a great achievement. And this would not have happened without the St. Vartan's Park Conservancy, Kevin O'Keefe and Molly Hollister, the leadership of Community Board 6, and of course our great Parks Department. We learned that during the pandemic, that it was so vital to all of our health and well-being. I couldn't be happier to join all of you and all my colleagues in government, and especially our great Parks Department. Thank you.
Hi, Kevin. Thank you for doing this. Everybody said you did.
No, as a community, Congresswoman, we love you. One of the things that I want to point out, this is a community effort. Yes, I helped a little bit and started the Conservancy and broke some ground here, but There's a couple people. Where's Erica Rand Silverman? Please raise your hand. Erica Rand Silverman is a local school parent leader. She came to me over a year ago and said this garden needs to be open. And I had heard that enough, but the passion in her voice showed me that I needed to fight for it. Erica, thank you. Let's meet the director of the St. Vartan Park Conservancy. Now, I met Kelley Anne Allen when she stepped forward to volunteer at the park while I was picking up trash one morning. It was actually a PS 281 PTA co-president, Andrea Levitt, who's in the house. Andrea. Who introduced Kelley Anne to what I was doing. Kelley Anne deeply shares my vision to help make St. Vartan Park a community hub for so many of these families and other residents. Many of us are invested into this park. As just one example, as Kelley Anne knows, the pickleball group here, the St. Vartan Park Pickleball Group, now has more than 500 Slack user group members. It's out of control, but we love it. I thought I knew my way around the garden, but I soon realized that Kelley Anne put me to shame.
Public parks have always been a huge part of my life. I share Olmsted's belief that parks should make people feel freer, happier, and calmer. I started out by picking up trash in this garden, but I was quickly pulled into the mission of the St. Vartan Park Conservancy, which is to preserve, protect, and expand everyone's access to green space. I'd like to acknowledge the Murray Hill Neighborhood Association and Michael Ann Rowe for their dedication to the beautification of our neighborhood. And now I would like to introduce my city council member whose district also includes this park, Council Member Keith Powers.
Thank you. I am just so excited to be here today because not only is St. Vartan Park such an incredible part of this community, and we have been really fighting to make sure that it gets all the investments and enhancements that it really deserves, but I have also watched this and Kevin's work and everyone else's work to even start from a simple idea to get to this exact moment here. And not only are we opening up this portion of the park, which on its own is a success and victory for this community when you look at a school that is directly across the street that can take advantage of this, but also for all the residents here. But now we're also talking about the entire park and ways that we can really lean into making it the park that it deserves and that my constituents in this community deserve. There are so many people to say thank you to, and I'm going to let Kevin say thank you to all of them. But I want to say a very big thank you and give another round of applause for Kevin's work here. First of all, I got to say, Kevin is the most decent guy and just such a wonderful guy and a great part of the community board, period. But then he took it upon himself, with many people here, not terribly long ago, to start looking at this closed off piece of our community and wondering why we can't have it as part of some usable space. I want to thank the commissioner for all the work that we've been doing together over the last couple of years to make this playground and turf the field and to do a lot more to make it a usable area. We're fighting to get an open street here. We have to squeeze every single ounce and footage of park space for this community. That's what we're going to do. And then when we get it, we're going to keep it and we're going to invest in it and we're going to enhance it because that's what you guys deserve. I'm so excited. Thank you, Kevin, for being such a great steward for your community. I'm very excited to see what we can do here in the years to come. Thanks.
It truly was a community effort, but thank you, Councilmember Powers. I want to recognize those that made a project happen next to the compost that Keith Powers is responsible, and also Carlina, Rivera, and Lions for Kips Bay. A new little free library. The students and parents from PS 116 and 281 led this fundraising campaign. They had a bake sale right behind me, just outside the garden, and raised money so that library could happen. A special shout out again to Andrea Levitt, David Saul in the house, Erica Rand Silverman again, and Erica Wolf again. Thank you so much for that little free library. Now, that free little library happened, free little library, either one. And it happened when there was an open street here, because it was an extension of the open street. Now, if you love open streets, you love Carlina Rivera. That is because, among many other things, the council member sponsored the city's open streets bill last year.
Bravo!
I've been looking forward to this morning for a while. I just find this particular space and this effort to be such a true example of how a community can come together. And you've heard of the organizations that are here today, and of course, my illustrious colleagues. We all participate to try to make open space more accessible. That was the point of open streets. And now you see what our open spaces are. They're libraries, they're places for a fierce game of pickleball, they're a place of relaxation, and they're really some place that we can come to and relax. And especially after everything that we have been through over the past couple years, and with all of the mental health issues in focus that this city is now really paying attention to, we want to make sure that we're taking back our open spaces, we're reopening them to the community, and we have our leaders here of tomorrow that you're going to hear from very shortly, making sure that we keep the space open, accessible, and for everyone. And it's so impressive to see how many community members came together to open this garden, take care of the park, and now create a conservancy to really commit to maintaining this precious space for all of us. So I want to thank Kevin O'Keefe for bringing us all together, Kelley Anne Allen, and of course the students, PS 281, the River School, PS 116.
Green team. Yes. All right. And these are 4th and 5th graders. They went through a rigorous application process. They proved that they had a desire to make a positive difference for the environment, and that they were able to keep up with all of their assignments. And they are led by Adriana Romanzo.
You do not have to be a certain age to make a difference. They are making a difference every single day. And I want them all to know how proud I am of them, and I am so grateful to be here today. I do want to pass it over to one of our 5th grade ambassadors, Catherine, because this is what it's all about, right? It's about the future. And I want you to hear from her about our mission and what the Green Team is all about. So I'm going to pass it over to Catherine.
Good morning. My name is Catherine, and I am a Green Team ambassador at the River School PS 281. First of all, on behalf of my fellow ambassadors, we thank you for the opportunity to be a part of celebrating this garden and all the potential green spaces that could be opened. We, the PS 281 Green Team ambassadors, are a group of motivated individuals who work together to make our Earth a cleaner, healthier place. We strive to make these changes not only for the current generation, but for future generations too. We raise awareness for taking care of the environment by teaching our school community the actions they can take to help, as well as use creative methods such as recording videos that are both fun and informative. During our weekly after-school meetings, we collaborate in a way that is inclusive. Every idea is welcome, every idea is considered, and every idea is equally valued as the product of the hard work of a member. Thank you again for the opportunity to be here, and we look forward to seeing this garden grow and be an inviting space for many field trips and many visitors.
Good job. Wonderful.